We're with Chris Marenthis, founder and CEO of Surefire Social. Chris, what exactly is Surefire Social?
Surefire Social is an integrated internet marketing platform for local businesses. And what we do is help local businesses build their sales through search and discovery for their best customers on the internet.
Well, how do you do that? I mean, it's a very confusing time in the internet with all the social media, new platforms. How do you help small businesses get more leads?
It's a really confusing time. And what we hear from small businesses all the time is that they probably get 5 to 10 emails a day from different services that they could use for internet marketing. And the next shiny object, we call it the shiny object syndrome.
Right.
And what's really important for small business owners to understand, to make better decisions on what to buy, is why they're so confused in this environment today. Around 2007, the internet changed in a really big way. It changed because of technologies like Ajax and cloud computing and web services and other terms they probably haven't heard a lot about, but they enabled services that they're hearing a lot about now, like Facebook and Twitter
all
and
the social media
platforms.
platforms.
And video platforms. And all those things did something what I call is the atomization of the internet. So it went from search and discovery was about Google, Bing, Yahoo, and AOL, maybe a few other places.
So
to
just
now,
get in the search engine and you're fine.
Exactly.
Can't do that anymore.
Now it's literally millions of places, local directories and video sites like YouTube and social bookmarking sites and Facebook alone. And all these places have broadened what search and discovery is about and made it a lot more complex.
So how does a small business compete? How do they get new business in the door when you have to be everywhere?
It's a concept of signals. And what you have to do in this new atomized web is be able to create the right signals in all these different places, the social networks, the Web 2.0 sites, the directories, in order to be able to be discovered by all the different engines out there that are part of this search and discovery process. And by creating the right signals, you could rise to the top in your local market. What's great about it today for local businesses is that it's not any longer about economics. It's a level playing field. You can compete with anybody you want. It's more about how you could be better and smarter than your competitor at being in all these places to create those signals versus outspending or outshouting your competitor in traditional media.
So you need an integrated approach. You have to factor in all these different platforms and what is the goal, which is more leads for the small business, more customers coming in the door.
Exactly. So integrating these and building them into your workflow is really what most businesses aren't equipped to do. You typically don't have a VP of marketing with the experience that you need to really understand these different things, and you probably may not have the staff in place because this new world is about content and information marketing. It's no longer about this interruptive marketing and outshouting a competitor. It's about education marketing, information marketing, if you're doing this properly. So you need to have people and a mechanism to push content out, like in the form of blogs and articles and social bookmarking and videos, so that you could bring people back to your website and convert them to traffic and leads and sales and build your list.
One of the things I found fascinating that you shared with me was that many small businesses don't even have websites, and the ones that do, they're not properly structured. They're invisible to Google. Can you explain what that means?
Yeah, well, what we see a lot of times is that small businesses build websites and they have designers build them, and designers sometimes make really good-looking websites, but they don't necessarily make them structured to win the search engine game. And part of that search engine game is really just having good content and structuring your website so people can get to the right part of your website based on what they're looking for. So an example could be is if you're in the mortgage market, you might have what's called a landing page for a new home mortgage, and you might have a different one for a mortgage refinance, and you have different copy and different tools and different educational materials for people based on what they're looking for. So properly structuring a website is having the right types of landing pages in it that have the right copy and the right content on it, so search engines can find it and rank it for those pages. So you don't want just your home page to rank, you want other pages to rank.
So if I'm a small business owner and I want to get the phone ringing and customers coming in the door, new clients, how can Surefire Social help me?
There are three things that we do to create this platform for local businesses. Number one, we create a properly structured website with the right kind of conversion mechanisms on it. And we have several different ways that we do that. Number two is we do social media and Web 2.0 marketing for companies. We're actually publishing that content, distributing that content, and doing all the things that you need to do to send those proper signals out. The third thing we do is local focused SEO on your site and off your site in places like local business directories and doing reviews and things like that. And in doing that, we create this platform that's turnkey for a business who really doesn't have time to do it all themselves. So what we do is we abstract away all that complexity. And what we do is we, as new things come out, we test them, we validate them, and then we actually implement them into a system and a platform. And that platform is pretty simple, where we create websites with the right site structure and the right conversion mechanisms to convert traffic to a lead or to someone on your list so you can market to them afterward. The right types of social media around that website so you can create the signals that are going to drive traffic and drive some search engine optimization signals to your website. And then the right types of local focused search engine optimization, things like local directories and on-page optimization, so that those three things together create the right platform so that you get the right signals and become visible in that atomized web.
I saw on your website that you have a visibility report. What is a visibility report? What does it do, and what will it do for my business? Okay,
that's the best way to start the process with us if you want to learn more about what we could do and how we could help your business. What a visibility report and consultation does is it allows us to get some basic information from you, like your website and some information about your physical address of your company. And then we do the rest. We're going to have a Surefire Social professional consultant actually do some analysis versus your competitors. How are you doing in social media? What's your visibility in social media? What's your visibility in key local directories? What's your visibility in the big search engines? So we can get a better understanding and a baseline of how well you're doing now, and then give you some recommendations of how we think you could actually become more visible so you can achieve your sales objectives. So the visibility report and consultation gives you a free way to just get a baseline of where you're at, and we'll give you that report. We'll walk you through how you're doing versus your competitors and what we think you ought to do to build your business. And if you're interested, we could actually put together a proposal to actually tell you how we would exactly help you.
Will you have somebody work with me? Will there be, you said you had coaches. Will someone be working with me to understand a little bit more about my industry and my business per se?
Yeah. Well, when you do the visibility report and audit, what we're able to do is have a Surefire Social professional walk you through that. And then if we decide to work together and you think our ideas are good ideas, then you could have a Surefire Social coach work with you on actually implementing the program. So it takes a lot of pressure off of you and your organization in implementing the program.
We've been meeting with Chris Marenthis, founder and CEO of Surefire Social. Thank you for your time today, Chris.
Thank you.